Hello from the Yarn Closet in Tucson, Arizona. This is Laura. Yes, Mom, I let my hair part in the middle today. I know you don't like that. We have a little finished object and work in progress update because here is the cautionary tale of yarn labels. Dun dun dun. It said, okay, the first three colors, I'm sorry, I'm holding you. The dark green, the variegated, the light green, the variegated, okay. Those I'd worked with before. They were definitely super wash, except this one said the same thing as this blue, okay, which was hand wash or gentle cycle. What do they call it in the dryer? The gentle dryer, the air only, whatever. Okay, 10 minutes, people. 10 minutes and we're felted. 10 minutes in an air only dryer. And all I had in there was the shawls and a towel. So we went from way lovely, lovely, lovely to semi-felted. The D word. You know, I'm gonna let it dry. There's really no way to block it out. And then sadly, once again, this one had this purple had the same tag, but it really didn't felt. It fuzzed a little bit more. And then these were superwash. We have to work those ends a little better. But these are all still damp and drying. So yeah, that's your cautionary tale. Never, never, never believe the tag if it's a new yarn. And that was also a mixed yarn, which the others were all wool, and that one had just the slightest bit of alpaca in it for some fuzz, and I think that that's what really did it. And I'd never used it before, I'd never washed it before, and the last partial alpaca wool that I'd used, I had washed and dried, even though it had the same tag, and I had no problem whatsoever, but different yarn manufacturers. So that is the cautionary tale. There is a new playlist up on loom knit socks. A couple of people have mentioned having sock looms and they're confused. Well, I do know how to do this quite well. There are some looming patterns on the website, TheYarnCloset.com, for sale. Quite simple. All I can say is you need to understand the construction of a sock. You have a closed toe, and then you have the L, the turn of the heel. The way that you turn a heel in regular knitting and sock loom knitting is by using short rows. When you're working on a sock loom, there is a way to use the German short row method that I find really the easiest. You get very little gapping. So there is in the playlist a couple of those options. Watch and watch and watch. At some point I will sit down and go over that to give you my take on it, and hear from a couple people who have commented. Okay, so I was doing a bottom up sweater, you know, about 1.5 inches of ribbing on 5-point needles with a DK weight. It was listed as worsted, but the yardage really matched better with DK. So then I took this DK Yowza because I was slogging through the stockinette middle. And the Yowza is just a little bit lighter. I thought about changing needle sizes to like a 4.5. But then just decided to shorten my interchangeable needle cord because that helps me give a little bit better tension. Because one thing I noticed, I have never ever done color work in knitting. I've done it in crochet, but not in knitting. So I had some problems when I was working in the little hearts with my tensioning, but it's fun, it's different. I'm going to stick with the Yowza. I'm going to go up. I'm going to do a ribbed neckline. But I may do something a little more boat neck in my ribbed neckline. And then I'm just going to throw on, not set-in sleeves. I'm going to work a shoulder shoulder tab here to graft together from the front and the back, and then I'm just going to work in my sleeves. And I believe that the sleeves I'm going to work in the green and then do matching ribbed short sleeves because I prefer short sleeves. I'm of that age where temperature can be an issue. So that's the deal. I could not get through it. I love working with tonal yarns. This really isn't tonal, but it is merino, so it's nice and soft. But I've also found that I love the slightly more toothy yarns, and as afraid as I was of the color work, it went so fast. I was so excited by it that this just might be a thing.
I learned something about that bug making cockroaches go away.
Okay.
They make the roaches go away.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to say this. They attract moths.
No, that moth's been in there for a while.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm on the yarn closet, so you have to walk away so people can't see you. Mister, I just got out of the shower.
What? Is it pointing at me?
No.
What
Okay.
is it pointing at?
Look with your heart first, people.